In a tribe that had fought dragons for 300 years, there appeared a boy who didn't want to slay dragons. The boy was named Hiccup, and his small stature made him constantly looked down upon by his clansmen. On this small island where food could be plundered by dragons at any time, every Viking took pride in dragon slaying, while Hiccup was considered someone who would never be able to slay a dragon. Hiccup was unwilling to be looked down upon by his clansmen for his entire life. During the hundreds of years that Vikings had fought dragons, there was a type of dragon called Night Fury that had never been hunted. Hiccup wanted to become the first Viking to hunt a Night Fury. On this day, large numbers of dragons once again came to the island to steal food. Hiccup pushed the capture device he had built and went to the most open area of the island. The light produced when the Night Fury destroyed buildings exposed its silhouette, and Hiccup hit the Night Fury with one shot. Afterward, Hiccup found the trapped Night Fury in the forest. He approached slowly with a small knife. As long as he killed this dragon, he could return and prove himself to his clansmen. However, when the moment came to strike, Hiccup looked into the Night Fury's frightened eyes and hesitated repeatedly, ultimately unable to plunge the knife down. Instead, he untied the Night Fury. Hiccup discovered that the Night Fury couldn't fly normally due to an injured tail fin. To help restore its flying ability, Hiccup worked through the night to craft an artificial tail fin, strapping himself to the Night Fury's back to help it spread its tail fin. While caring for the Night Fury, Hiccup learned many small tips about dragon training. He applied these techniques to his dragon slaying training. Astrid secretly followed Hiccup and discovered the Night Fury. Hiccup rode the Night Fury and took Astrid flying, making her understand that dragons weren't necessarily enemies. During their flight, they discovered the dragon's nest. It turned out that the dragon's theft of the village's food was actually tribute for the Dragon Queen. During the final exam, Hiccup needed to kill a monstrous nightmare in front of all the tribe members. However, he voluntarily threw away his weapon and showed goodwill toward the dragon. His father couldn't accept his son showing weakness to a dragon, which enraged the monstrous nightmare. At the critical moment, the Night Fury descended from the sky to protect its master. The clansmen imprisoned the Night Fury. After learning the location of the dragon's nest, his father led the clansmen to attack it. Hiccup gathered his training camp companions, convinced them that humans and dragons could coexist peacefully, and then rode dragons together to join the battle. The power gap between the Vikings and the Dragon Queen was enormous. Hiccup and his companions arrived at the battlefield riding dragons. The chief father rescued Hiccup, who had fallen into the water, and also freed the Night Fury from its restraints. Hiccup rode the Night Fury to lure the Dragon Queen into the sky, using the clouds and the Night Fury's speed to continuously launch surprise attacks on the Dragon Queen, destroying her wings. The Dragon Queen crashed and exploded. Hiccup fell into the sea of fire, and the Night Fury turned back to plunge into the flames with him. A few days later, Hiccup woke up. Although he had lost a leg, he had succeeded. Vikings and dragons began to coexist peacefully. Hiccup had not only tamed the Night Fury but also tamed his clansmen's deep-rooted fear of dragons. He proved to everyone that as long as one is willing to understand and accept, even the most powerful enemy can become a companion fighting side by side.